frequently asked questions for talkorigins.org. It says, didn't Darwin renounce evolution on his deathbed? The answer that talkorigins.org gives is the Darwin deathbed story is false. And in any case, it is irrelevant. A scientific theory stands or falls according to how well it is supported by the facts. Now, I can't wait to talk about this. Not according to who believes it. What's your response to that?
Well, this is just a fun one because the Darwin deathbed story doesn't really make any difference. But the answer is half right and half crazy, and
Okay.
I think it's half right because it really doesn't make any difference.
So it's irrelevant.
Just like he said.
Okay.
If I don't think that Darwin was right about evolution in the first place, why would I care what he thought about it when he died?
Yeah.
I thought he was wrong anyway. But the reason I see a need to respond to this question, or why it would be fun to respond to this, is because the author here is correct. A theory should stand or fall based on how well it's supported by the facts. This is not the case with evolution. It stands only because the only option you have if you don't believe in evolution is creation or intelligent design, which is kind of a subset of that. But and since it's pretty clear to me that in order to believe that the facts support evolution, you must first actually believe evolution is true before you give an honest look at the facts, which I guess is an oxymoron. You can't give an honest look at the facts if you think you already know what the answer is at the end.
Well, they would say that's what we think, though, too.
Well, and I think they're right.
Okay.
I think I don't have a problem saying that my presuppositions dictate what I believe or how I look at the evidence. Evolutionists will just get on some type of a pedestal and act like we're scientists and we're amoral and we have no bias, we're unbiased, and we don't have the answer before we
Right.
look at it. But they really do.
Well, they have a presupposition. Absolutely.
Science is not biased, but the scientist is, and you can't perform science without a scientist. It's impossible for a scientist to look at information without having some type of an idea.
Yep. One thing, too, everyone that's out there are students that watch these. So, Steve, if you can, explain what is presupposition.
A presupposition, I think in this case, the best way to explain that is you have a worldview. You have a way that you look at the world or believe that the world functions. And as a result of that presupposition or that worldview dictates how you're going to view the information.
So, does a creationist have a presupposition?
Absolutely.
Does an evolutionist have a presupposition?
Absolutely.
So they're not without a bias.
Absolutely. There's both sides have an emotional side to them, although the evolutionists will say that there is no emotion involved on their side. Both sides dig their heels in, and this is the way it is because my worldview says that this is how I look at the evidence. If you can give me evidence that I cannot look at through my worldview and make it fit, I'll have to change my worldview. But the evolutionist, the whole point is, the evolutionist believes evolution is true, hence when he looks at the facts, that determines how he is going to view those facts.
Have a Happy New Year, right?
Yes.
You got anything else you want to say?
Negative.